was fun. Not exactly how we drew it up, but one of the messages was, because I thought West Virginia was really good fundamentally, blocking and tackling. We talked about it on Monday. It wasn't perfect, but I think we improved on it. Talked about blocking, tackling, and playing 4 quarters. Well, we played all 4 quarters. I mean, I don't know how that happened at the end. I guess the football guys were on our side today, so we'll take it. It's good to get that first Big 12 win. I'm excited for our team, and they're working hard. They're working hard, and Big 12's hard. It's going to get harder, But just proud of that group in there for hanging in there. And then Donovan Smith and Boogie Johnson. Man, I've never been a part of that. 32 years of coaching, I've never been a part of that. So, that's kind of fun.
Open up for questions. Just ask me to use the microphone.
Dana, on that last play, can you take us through what the plan was? And then it looked like Manjack there set up to get a tip.
He did. We work it. Those tall ones, which it's usually Manjack and Sam, and Boogie was the trailer. Okay. So we got trailers, and then we put another one on the other side so he's eligible and he trails it. So there's 2 jumpers and 2 trailers. But yeah, we executed it. I mean, hats off to Donovan Smith. That was an incredible play. We had pressure, which is normal. They spied him, so he broke the plane, and he's running left. He's got to flip his hips at midfield and throw that thing and get it there. Manjack high-pointed it. I mean, it's an unbelievable throw. Manjack high-pointed it and ended up tipping it. I could barely see it, but then I just saw Boogie running, and the crowd goes crazy. So I'm like, wow, we executed it. How about that? It's a lot of fun. What a football game. Hats off to West Virginia. They're a good football team now. They improved offensively. Their quarterback was playing back and forth game. Donovan Smith came alive at the end of the second quarter and had a great drive for a touchdown and then a great second half. Kid's turning into a really good player, so I'm really proud of him. And spread the ball around a lot, and it's fun to watch.
Dana, correct me if I'm wrong, but this feels like the best 4-quarter effort you guys have put together this season. And how badly did this team need this?
We all knew we did. We talked about a lot for 10 days. We talked about life and the importance of what's important. What we do is important. It's a hard game, and you got to work hard at it every single day. If you cheat the game, you're going to get beat. The 4-quarter thing was obviously important because the last 2 games we've got wore out in the 4th quarter or in the second half. So yeah, we focused on it and went out in the 3rd quarter. It didn't start well, and I'm sitting there going, oh no. But team responded. Made some plays defensively. Could have sealed that game with the pick. We got to make that play. Can't let them go score a touchdown with a minute and a half to go. That's happening way too much. It's going to get addressed. I don't know what we got to do, but something's going to happen because we can't keep doing that. It makes me sick because we've worked it time after time after time after time. So that I will fix that. But were we supposed to win it? I don't know. We did. And were they supposed to win it? I don't know. They didn't. So good for us. Mountaineer Nation was here. Like I said, they would be. They had a lot of people here. It means a lot to them. 10 of my ex-players were on their sideline cheering on the Mountaineers, which I would expect nothing else from them. I'll probably make them buy me a drink tonight. They can afford it. They're all first-rounders.
Danny, can you update us on Matthew Golden?
It was a groin, I think. I don't know how severe it is. Obviously, he couldn't go back in. It's not my area. They say yes or they say no. I do remember him saying it's a groin, so there's nothing serious. I don't know the timetable on it. He did his part. I mean, the kickoff return was incredible. I know he made a couple of plays offensively too. Had a punt return for a touchdown. Gosh dang. I don't agree with the call. I can't explain the referee situation. I'll study what all these calls were, and if it's technique, we'll work hard on it. I saw it was on Alex Hogan, and I saw what he did, and that's how we teach it. It's exactly how we teach it. I mean, you drag somebody to the ground like DK Friend did, then it's a flag in the return game. When you're up and you're just battling with them, it's not a flag. So we cheated Malik out of a touchdown tonight. But I thought our cover teams were exceptional. So special teams wise, I thought we got back to doing special teams the way that we normally do special teams here.
Dana, I think it was third quarter around where they were on the doorstep, and Isaiah picks that ball off there, and then you guys turn around and get the big Stacy Sneed play, and then the
Might be the first time all year that we've got a turnover and took it and scored a touchdown. I know we've got some field goals, but that was good to see. That was a great play by Zay. He's made a couple of those plays. I thought we had a scoop. I thought we should have had a scoop and score. Several plays prior to that. So I guess I was right because they got us an interception.
If I could go back to the last play, Dana, when you are on the sideline and you can't see it, but all of a sudden you see the student section spill onto the field, what was going through your mind?
I mean, I've never been a part of it. Like Marcus's deal against SMU is pretty special. I mean, that's a home run hitter type thing. That felt like that. But our backs weren't against the wall there. They were against the wall here. So, man, what a scene. Happy for our fan base. Happy for our students. It's pretty unbelievable.
Dana, I think 4 lead changes or 3 lead changes in the fourth quarter there.
There's a lot.
Can you describe the emotions, especially toward the end, that last minute, because you guys trying to get a stop, look like you might be in position 2. They get the big play. Like, where does that break down? What are your emotions like? And then to swing it the other way and then obviously have it in the way the game did.
I don't think I could have been more mad and more happy in a matter of less than a minute. I mean, I was furious. I don't get it. I'm furious. We got some stops, but it's just, I mean, gosh dang, man. So as mad as I can possibly be, I initially thought the penalty was on us. So I was like, I mean, they're going to kick it out of the end zone, and I mean, we're cooked, And then I found out it was on them. We've done a good job with alternate kicks of attacking up front quicker, okay, and just moving that thing forward. So it was important for us. And I've been on that other side of that to where against like when Marcus scored that touchdown, I mean, there's emotion. I mean, how do you prevent them from getting a flag? I don't know. But you kick off from the 20, it's a problem. Just like SMU they got it out and they had a chance with the Hail Mary. I mean, it's a part of the game that I don't know how you coach that because the emotions are so unbelievable. But I knew that gave us a chance to get the ball out. So Stacy did a good job of knocking that ball down and getting it vertical to the 45. They played way off, so we just hit a sideline route that got us to the 50-yard line. And then I felt like Donovan could get it from there. They defended it well. He made a spectacular play. So it goes from being as mad as I can possibly be to being as happy as I've been in this profession in 32 years.
Coach, you mentioned playing 4 quarters. Today's game was the first time in a Big 12 game that you guys scored in the second half. I mean, you had 3 straight touchdown drives, I believe, and Donovan Smith was on a roll. I mean, how big was that? Just not only just for the team and just to get things going offensively later in a game and things like that.
Well, if we didn't, then we'd repeat the same thing that has happened against TCU and Texas Tech. So I mean, we focused on that. So we knew it was going to be a low possession game. that happened in the first half. Plus, we scored on a kickoff return, which, obviously that's awesome, but it took a possession from it. We just had a hard time getting into rhythm early. Got into a rhythm before halftime, which was good, and then we played well in the second half. So we've been talking about it. We've been focusing on it. At some point, if we're going to win, then that needs to happen. So, we used all 4 quarters in this one.
2 more questions.
And with AJ Haulcy, he had 15 tackles. He played pretty well. I mean, especially that breakup towards the end. I mean, how big was it for him to sort of keep a lot of those run plays from really breaking out things?
Well, it's their job. It's safety's jobs. I thought AJ played really well. That's the AJ Haulcy that I know he can be. He is a tackling machine. He had 24 tackles in one game at New Mexico last year. So the video supports him being able to tackle the football. Wasn't very good against Texas Tech. Got challenged. I mean, they all got challenged back there. Chidozie got challenged, and he was pretty. He held his own against an All-American center. So he got challenged and stepped up, and AJ got challenged and stepped up. So it's a step in the right direction. Still gave up too much. We'll go back to work tomorrow and watch the video. And then players got Saturday off, Saturday and Sunday off, and coaches will get back to work and get going on Texas.
Last one.
Your defense was on the field for 7.5 minutes in the first quarter, and then you return the kick, and they go right back out there. But something happened. They figured it out. They started shutting them down. What was that?
Third downs, you stop them and you get off the field. I think they converted their first 5. So you want to get off the field, then you got to defend a third down. Okay, so we knew they would possess it. My prediction was 8 possessions. That was my prediction. That's why I took the ball first, is to try to gain one. We didn't score, but we drove it and we pinned them. Which you pin them, you think you can stop them. We didn't. They marched all the way down to score. Held them to a field goal. So that's West Virginia's game. They're top 5 in the country in time of possession. I'm not going to apologize for a kickoff return that gives the ball back to them. So that's just part of it. But the longer the game goes, the more it settles in, which it did, and it was a back and forth game in the third and fourth quarter. Defense made some plays, and obviously offense made enough to win.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Well, Donovan, from your perspective, can you take us through that last play, what you saw, and then the celebration?
Yeah. That I'm really still kind of in shock about it. But it just kind of led up, just like before that play, just getting into manageable situation to throw the ball downfield and just understanding that there's 12 seconds on the clock, and a lot of people may think like we're out of it and stuff like that. But I guess my biggest thing, I give all glory to God first off. Just during this whole process of not winning and stuff like that. I've just all been leaning on God is in my devotion today. Just lean more and more into me today, and then do not fear, for I will help you. That was my devotion today. So just kind of saying that in my head on the sideline, and just being relaxed because we still have time to play. My mom always says the game's not over till the fat lady sings. So that's what I just came in the game, and we had a play to get out of bounds. Just executed the play, and then after that, it's just kind of one of those things where your guy, we practice that in practice, and we always have a guy that's like ready for tips and stuff like that, and we executed that as well. So it was just a great game. A lot of guys got touchdowns too, which is it was just great overall, and the celebration was much needed. I say much needed to win.
Next question.
Donovan, you had a pretty impressive stretch at the start of the second half where you were just hitting every pass there was. Is this as good as you have played, maybe even in your career as a starter, in your opinion? No,
this actually was horrible. My first half was horrible. But I just had my guys rallied around me. They kept talking to me like, hey, we got you. You're good. Just relax. They kept reassuring me. Dana came up to me. Birch came up to me talking through the speaker. He's like, hey, man, just relax. We know what you could do. So just it really started on that 2-minute drive before the half ended. Birch's like, dude, that's who you are. That's how you play. So just come out here in the second half, regroup, and just do what you need to do. So I give it all to my teammates, just keeping me in the game, keeping me locked in when I want to get frustrated. So they really helped me through this game, and just playing for them is really what I have to do today.
Donovan, on that last throw, the degree of difficulty where you're moving to your left and sort of having to twist your hips, did you feel like that was the ideal situation in terms of how you were going to be able to get rid of that ball? Because it looked like you had to really give it a good heave.
Yeah, it's not always ideal whenever you have to step up. You get a little nervous and stuff like that. So I stepped up, and I was like, man, there's probably somebody around. I haven't watched the play, but I was like, there's probably somewhere around me. But I just saw my guys down there, so I just tried to put enough air on it and try to get in the end zone, and shoot, it worked.
This is the first time in a Big 12 game that you guys scored in the second half. I mean, how big during the bye week? How big of an emphasis was it that not only to play well, but also just play well through 4 quarters? Really?
Yeah, we just going into the week, coming out of the Tech game, we saw a glimpse of what the offense could do. So we come into this game really confident, and we were just like, hey, we got the guys on the team, and when we put it together, we're a great team. So that's what we're just practicing all week, just doing plays that we know, plays that we ran, plays that we're good at, and that's what we run in the game.
Donovan, what did you see from Boogie tonight? Just not just on the Hail Mary, but throughout the fourth quarter, constantly making plays.
Yeah, he's a great wide receiver. Now, I talked about him at the beginning of the season, just saying how our wide receiver room we have so much depth in there. And, like, throughout the season, you guys are going to see different guys. Dalton Carnes last game, Itty, his real name was Brian. So, yeah, I was like, when I saw it on TV copy, I was like, we call him Itty. But, like, those guys, different guys are just emerging, and, like, their time is coming. So it was Boog's time tonight. And he's just a great player. Sometimes when you don't get the ball like how you want to, the touches you want to at the beginning of the season, some people tend to kind of get out of it. They're not really into the game, but our whole wide receiver room, they stay locked in, and Boog is one of those guys that, hey, when I get my chance, I'm going to do what I need to do. So it was really all kudos to him, just how patient he was with waiting for his turn, and it showed tonight. So it was great.
Donovan, first, does that play usually work in practice?
We usually do it on air, so we're 100% so far. So, yeah, so we're 1 for 1 in the game. So I guess you say it always works in practice.
And the celebration, where were you sort of in the mayhem there?
Yeah, I threw the ball, and I kind of just stood on where I was, and I was kind of just in shock. I was like, there's no way that just happened. And I was like standing there. I was like looking around. I'm like, I see people running past me, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I found Dana. I started hugging Dana and jumping with him like we little kids and stuff like that. And then I was like, man, I gotta go celebrate. So I ran down to the pile. Everyone was jumping on Boog and stuff like that. And then I think it probably took like 20 minutes to make my way from that end zone to the other end zone and then into the tunnel. So it was a great time. It was much needed.
Donovan, is it an understatement to say that? I mean, do you guys feel like y'all needed this win? I mean, was this, I want to say a must win, but in the locker room, what was that feeling going into the game after 2 tough losses?
Yeah, we definitely felt like this was a must win. Like we needed to win this, and we knew around the whole facility, like we wanted to win this and we needed to win this. And it just, I know we'll watch film tomorrow. Just the little things where. Yeah, it came down to Hail Mary and we converted it, but there's stuff that we'll look at like, it should have never came down to Hail Mary, stuff like that. So that just goes back to the execution. And I know our coaches are going to do great going back in, getting us right going into next week for Texas. And we'll just learn from it and do what we need to do to execute better. But as of right now, we're just going to enjoy the win and have a good time.
Thanks so much, Donovan.
Thank you.
Back, AJ Haulcy here. Get settled, and then we'll open it up for questions. Just kindly ask you to use the mic. First question.
Well, AJ, let's just start with the win in general. You guys feel like coming in needing a win, but how big is it to get it this way and finally get that first Big 12 win?
I just wanted to just say thank God, without him I wouldn't be where I'm at today, and without him none of this is possible. So I say coming in practice, first of all I want to say this win feels great. First Big 12 win, many more to come, but started at practice.
Hey, Jay, wanted to get what was your perspective on the touchdown that West Virginia scored with 12 seconds, like what happened there, and how challenging was that emotion compared to what happened 12 seconds later when you guys won it?
There was two opposite emotions. The touchdown that they scored, our guys, we was heated, but we knew that we still had a chance to go down there and score. It wasn't supposed to go like that. They wasn't supposed to score at all, but, things happen. Like I said, I just want to thank God.
The defense, the offense never had a possession with the lead until the fourth quarter. What did spark the defense and got you guys energized early in that quarter to get that 11-point lead?
In what quarter? The fourth quarter?
Yes.
We just know that in order to win a game, we got to get stops. We've been stressing that all week. So we come out there and just know that we got to get a stop in the fourth quarter. Coach been stressing, block, tackle. So the tackling part is on the defense. So we come out there for 4 quarters and do it all. We're going to win. And it took the very last second for us to win. So we've been going out there and just competing, just blocking and tackling, doing what we got to do.
AJ, what was it? What was the adjustment you guys made early? Because early on they were able to drive the ball and get a score early, get a couple scores, and move the ball with ease. But you guys seemed to be able to figure out and get some stops on third downs. What worked for you guys?
Just us being confident in ourselves. Just us executing the call and executing. Coach put us in position with great calls. Just executing. I could feel like early on, later in the game, Coach was just believing that his guys are better than their guys. So whatever he called, we just went out there and executed.
AJ, that Isaiah interception in the end zone, you guys have done a good job of getting turnovers, but there hasn't necessarily been points after to get that interception and then see the offense go down. Now, how big was that considering they had a chance there to extend their lead?
That was great. I was just telling Isaiah, if you come out there and play how you play and I come out there and play how I play, we're going to win. My 15 tackles and his 1 interception, that I feel like that really helped the offense get a spark. I feel like us flying around helped the offense get a spark. And for that drive to end with points, that felt amazing. The offense was saying the whole week they got our back. Coach been stressing. We get a stop on D. We got to go out there and score. We got to have each other back on both sides of the ball. So that's what we did.
Is that shirt the brand with the Mr.
Oh, yes, sir. Got it on my Twitter if y'all want to go shop. Just look up my name.
What was the celebration like for you? Just to celebrate this win and to be on the field with everybody out there.
Man, I just, like I said, I just want to thank God, you know. Without God, it was just none of this possible. And only God could make that happen, you know. And when I seen the ref throw his hands up, you know, I ain't really even see that. First, only thing I seen was a helmet come flying down on me. I almost got hit by a helmet. And after that, it was over with. I just seen everybody rushing the field. We scored. I'm celebrating. Feel amazing, man. Yeah, they threw that helmet up. I run to the helmet. I just kept running. I just think we scored. I run on the field, celebrate. Thank you.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Stephon, just what was your perspective like from when you run the route?
Right.
How are you timing it, and what's your perspective as like Manjack tries to tip it up and everything?
All right, if we're gonna be honest, I really as I'm running over there, I'm running and I see the ball in the air. Someone jumps and they push me, and as soon as I turn around, I just saw Manjack make a great play on the ball and tip it, and I was just like, I gotta grab it. It's right in front of my face, so it's everything history from there.
I'm assuming size and height plays into it. Is that sort of your role, where jump ball type situation, where that's the way y'all run it in practice, or was this play totally just off script the whole way through?
We practiced this play. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really planned to be tipped to me, but you know it just happened like that, and I just made a play on it, and just thankful that we were able to pull out the win.
Do y'all have a name for it? Like, do y'all have a name for when y'all call this in practice?
It's just Hail Mary, go get the ball. Honestly.
What was it once you caught it? Did you look for? Did you know it was a touchdown, or did you look for the ref to get the signal, or what was that moment like?
I mean, I caught it and I knew I was in the end zone, so my initial thought was just go celebrate with my team and go celebrate with my family.
Anything like this in high school, Boogie, or was this a first for you?
This is the first time I ever caught like a game winner Hail Mary. This just feels amazing. I still don't know how to feel about it.
And going back maybe a quarter when you got the other touchdown, your role, have you seen an increase or in terms of how they want to use you, and how has that been for you to sort of work your way into the mix there?
Definitely, I can definitely see my role increasing, but we have a lot of great receivers in our room, and I don't want to take light away from any of those guys. They make plays, and whenever I can come in and make a play, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just thankful to even be here to even be mentioned with these guys.
After you catch a touchdown, how do you celebrate? Do you find players? Did you find Donovan Smith? Or how long did it take you to get to him?
I don't know how long it took me to get back over there. I really went to celebrate, try to find my mom. I couldn't find her. And so I just go celebrate with the guys. They come and jump on me and stuff. Then I eventually do find my mom, and then I went to Coach. He had a big smile on his face. He looked like he was finna cry, and it was the best thing ever.
What did your mother say?
She just said she was so proud of me, and I don't know. I just I almost started crying, man, because it's been a up and down season for sure for me, honestly, and she always just tell me to stay focused and keep doing what I'm doing and keep my faith in God, and that's what I did.
I believe Sam, though, bear hugged you.
Yeah, he did.
But on another note, just in the locker room, did you feel a difference now, between coming into the game needing a win versus getting a win like this? Did that proverbial, off your shoulders, type deal happen in there?
I wouldn't say that. It's we practice so hard and we put so many hours into this game and I feel like my team, we really love this game, and we're here to play for Coach Holgorsen, obviously, and this team, this city, it means so much to me being from here, and I know it means a lot to the other guys that's here. So I just feel like if we just keep doing what we're doing, we're going to be successful.
Boogie, what's the reaction on the sidelines? You're a fourth down stop away from a victory, and then you have to go back on the field. What type of poise do you see within Donovan and the rest of the guys in the huddle there?
I really wasn't able to see those guys on the sideline because I'm on kickoff return, so I was already getting ready to get back on the field. So I really couldn't see, but I just know how those guys are. I know they stayed poised and stayed focused.
Stephon, how would you describe this passing game in the second half? It seemed like Donovan got in a rhythm. You guys were continuously hitting completions, I think 14 straight at one point. 8 different receivers catch the ball today. How would you describe just the way you guys executed the passing game, especially in the second half?
Honestly, just Donnie played amazing, and he played a great game. We complimented him with the things that he was doing. This was one of our focuses coming into this game was being able to throw the ball, and the run game wasn't honestly it wasn't there like we wanted it to be, but we opened it up with the pass game, and we were able to do what we needed to do to get the win.
One more on the touchdown that Manjack scored. Sam Brown was down there throwing a block, pretty good block. I guess, did you get a look at that? And I guess, what does that say about this team's ability to do that at the receiver position?
We had a thing this week where it was blocking, tackling for 4 quarters equals a victory. So I feel like that was in his mind. And, when Manjack caught the ball, Sam being from West V, I guess he had a little bit of a grudge towards those guys anyway. And he made a great block, great play for Manjack. So.
Boogie, this one's a little vague, but this game will be really, for a lot of UH fans, they're kind of your coming out party in terms of them knowing you. I remember you saying you didn't know where Boogie came from, so maybe you could tie it into this catch now, and that's why they call you Boogie.
I mean,
but is there anything that you could share, just maybe from your previous stop, why you came here, or sort of what the path's been for you to get to this point?
Honestly, me coming to Houston was a decision that I made with my family, and we felt like it was going to be the best thing for me in the future. I wasn't really chasing anything right now because I understand that it takes time to get to the position that I want to be in. And just me being here, it means a lot to my family, them being able to come to my games, come see me. My grandma's here, and me being from Houston, it means the world to me to be able to do something like this for my city.
Thanks so much.
But appreciate y'all.